Hello everyone. Uh, I wish you safe stay and good luck with your studies. And today, today's lesson will be about communication. So last time we stopped at unit number 8, brain drain. And uh, this lesson will be about asking for and giving advice. In today's lesson, we will learn how to make or give an advice and how to ask for advice. Uh, I just like to emphasize the fact that advice is automatically related to problems because we ask for advice when we have problems we can't solve ourselves. So we wish that others will help us with some solutions. And we give advice when we think that somebody has got a problem and he can't manage to solve it him or herself. Sometimes you give advice to somebody, you think he doesn't know how to use something or he doesn't know how to handle something. So we give piece of advice, we give advice every day, and we ask for advice most often. If we want to do that in English, so today we're going to see how to do this, how to ask and give advice. So I'd like to begin with this problem. If you look at the lady's picture, so what problem do you think she has? She suffers a problem. She's got problem. Her problem is obesity. The shape of her body doesn't look nice. And maybe she has got some other health problems related to obesity. If I put myself in her shoes, then I wouldn't like that situation. She is really having a big problem. If I tried myself to find solutions to go over this problem, but I can't, so I need to ask for advice from others. I want other people to support me. So I would like to, in this case, I have to ask for their advice. So if I'd like to ask for their advice, I have to use expression like this. For example, number one, can say, I am overweight, I am fat, I am obese. What should I do? So what should I do means what's your advice for this problem? Or you can say, I am obese. What ought I to do? It's also another way to ask for advice. What ought I to do? The following example is, I am terribly getting overweight, so what's your advice? What should I do? What ought I to do? And what's your advice? Now, the other part. If I am in a position of giving advice because I think that somebody is having a problem, I would use some expressions like this. For example, I can say, you should practice sport. The example is to the lady. I see that the lady is fat, so I can say, you should practice sport, or you should not eat fast food. Try to remember that these expressions are followed by verb in bare infinitive. We don't say you should practicing, or you should to practice, or you should practice. No, you should not. Should is a model and need to be followed by verb in bare infinitive or verb in infinitive form without to. The other example can say, you ought to put on a diet. You ought to put on a diet means you should select a list for your food to take it as a habit. Sometimes you go to the doctor and then he choose for you to follow a certain diet because that will help you recover. The same here, you ought to or you oughtn't to is followed by verb in a bare infinitive. The other example is you had better consult a doctor. You had better consult, verb, infinitive without to. I advise you to consult a doctor. Or the other example, you had better not, you had better consult, you had better not keep on going like this. So as you see here, these expressions can use the affirmative or negative form as you like and according to the situation. Now, let's move to the following slide. And I'd just like to start with this problem. Look at this lady, this little girl, she's got a problem. The problem she has got is clear. She's got curly hair. The lady is very sad because her hair is too curly and she doesn't like it that way. Maybe some people and her friends laugh at her because she has got curly hair. She is stressful and not happy with that. She is going to ask for advice to solve this problem, to go over this problem. We're going to add to the previous expressions here. So we can say my hair is curly. My classmates often make fun of me. What do you advise me to do? So what should I do? What ought I to do? What's your advice? What do you advise me to do? Then if I am in a position to give advice, so somebody would say, for example, have you ever tried to use some hair oils? They are not expensive and available everywhere. Have you tried? Okay. Have you tried means have you ever used something? Then the other example is if I were you, I would. For example, another person is going to say, if I were you, I would visit a hair specialist. If I were you, I would. We use this expression to give piece of advice. It's never be like this. You never be somebody else. But we say this just to give piece of advice. The following example is, I advise you to apply butter on your hair 2 times a day. It's helpful. If I were you, I would. Plus verb infinitive without to, I would. Remember, it's a model. And have you tried to use infinitive? I advise you to. So the verb advise actually you can say advise applying butter, but when we use subject like that, advise you to, advise you plus infinitive. I advise you to apply butter on your hair 2 times. I think it's helpful. So that's it. I wish you get a point about that. And now, the last one, whatever you do, don't do anything. I advise you to do anything, but don't do this, okay? Whatever you do, don't cut your hair short. So maybe the person gives this advice is very disgusted to see somebody cutting his hair, or he has already experienced cutting his hair or her hair short and cause her or him a lot of trouble. So he doesn't want the lady to repeat the same mistake. And then he says, whatever you do, don't cut it short. Now let's move to practice. I wish you can go through this situation so you can pause the video some time to think. Here we have a problem and situation, try to give or ask advice. I just like you to give advice and you can help, you can make use of the expression you have here. Your classmate, Ali, is excellent student. Sorry, is excellent student, note this. He will certainly succeed, but he doesn't know, let's correct this one. Okay. But he doesn't know what to do after getting his baccalaureate certificate. Try to give him piece of advice him. What do you think he should do? He's excellent students. He is certain he will succeed. He's going to get his back, but he doesn't know what to do after. Then the other situation, your friend has got problem with his father. He told you that he is thinking about escaping from his home. Your friend has a serious problem with his father, so he considers leaving home. Whatever you do, don't. Statement number 3, Nuzha is a Moroccan student. She immigrated to Spain in search for work. She has just sent you a message saying that she awfully regretted, but she didn't find any job. Because she didn't find any job there, she is in a miserable situation now because she sleeps in the streets and she has got no money left for food. She doesn't know what to do now. So try to give piece of advice. So I hope you can have enough time, can pause the video and think and try to give answers. Once you are done, get the answers here. For example, for the first example, I can say, you should search online so that you find some good universities of your convenience. An example. Or whatever you do, don't escape your home. I think you will cause a big trouble to your mother. She will cry when she misses you. I advise you to contact the police or homeless center. Thank you very much. I hope you will enjoy it.